Hey, what's up guys? Just got home from work. I'm about to do a cigar review of this, but that's not what this video is about. I figured I'd do a little EDC video. Okay, today I just got back from work. Now when I do my working with the mail, mostly it's distribution. I take, trays of letters, I take tubs of magazines and catalogs and so forth, and I distribute them into people's boxes. Occasionally what I'll do is I'll do mail transport, where I have to go to CPUs, which is central postal units. I have to clean out those blue boxes where you drop your outgoing mail. I'm doing a variety of things and actually transporting the mail from one facility to another. So I'm traveling. And this is my setup for that. So this is my secondary work EDC. Still no gun. Dealing with mail. You cannot have a gun. It's just the way it is. But because I did get the okay with knives, I go a little bit crazy. First of all, the big question is going to be, do you really need that many knives? Of course not. I like the variety. Why not? I did get the okay for knife use as a tool. A lot of times when people say, oh, you shouldn't have a knife, I go, you have scissors, don't you? Yeah, but that's not a knife. No, you're right. It's two knives. So, if all of a sudden your scissors break in half, does that mean you have two illegal items in your hand? No. So that always gets the brain going, and they go, okay, fine. So the first thing you may be able to see printing, and I don't mind that it prints, is my neck knife. Okay, this is the CRKT Minimalist, okay, which I do love as a neck knife. On my Jersey Shore bling, I got this chain when I did live in Jersey, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, little minimalist, awesome little neck knife. Gets a lot of use. Very handy as well. Besides that, let me go right to the blades here. I'll turn the camera down. If I can, there we go. There we go. Alright, front pocket here. I got a couple things going on. Don't notice this. That's kind of tucked away for later. In the pocket here, I have my little Spyderco Ambitious. And this is how I generally open the knife. Okay. What I decided to do is, instead of flipping the pocket clip to a tip up position, I kept it stock, how it comes when they're brand new, in a tip down. And what I like to do is, when I'm drawing the knife, I pinch my thumb and pointer finger, okay, over the Spyderco hole. I can lift my leg up like a dog to take a leak. I put my thumb behind that spider hole, and as I draw the knife out, my fingers are over that spider hole. Okay, then basically you do a spider drop, do a flicking motion, and the weight of the handle will rotate it open and locked. Okay, and then from here, wrap your hand around, and this is an okay position to just start cutting. So overall, it's quick, it's easy, and it's effective. So dip in, pull the knife out, little spider drop, and you're ready to do your cutting task. Alright, then just close it and pop it back in your pocket. Very simple. Now, in addition to my neck knife and this knife, so already, I have two knives, but again, I can't have a gun, so I go with the big knife as well. Now, I've been really liking this setup, where I have my Cold Steel X2 Voyager in my back right pocket alongside my wallet. Okay, the pocket's wide enough to accommodate both very comfortably, and when I'm sitting on this, I don't feel it at all. Okay, it starts like this is like the middle of my butt cheek, and it goes down to the top of the thigh, but when sitting in the vehicle and driving, it's nothing. I don't feel it at all. This gives me a couple options. Okay, if I need to draw the knife like this, okay, of course I can reposition and just gently open it. That's not a problem, but generally speaking, if this knife comes out, it's because I want to get to it fast. And no, it's not something that happens regularly, but there's two things I'll do. If I come in with this grip, once I pull it out of the pocket, I'll flick down. Instead of flicking up and opening it, I'll actually flick down and then up, because that'll still open it, but it'll keep my hand in the whole, general area. It's actually faster, all right? And it's also a little bit less flashy, okay? So when you pull it out, you can, of course, flick open, but it's a wide movement, it's flashy, it's more in people's face, which, depending on the situation, you may want, you may not want, okay? But instead of flicking open, or instead of flicking out, I'll flick down. And by flicking down and then back up gently, it opens like that, which is kind of unique. I've never really opened a blade like that. Okay, it is a heavier, bigger blade, so it's easy to do. But to go down and back up, that up motion will give you the lock portion. I just want to show you when you push down, that's what happens. You're throwing the blade down, and a quick little up finishes it. But again, from the draw, it looks like this. And it's really, really simple to do. Now, if I wanted to, I can also draw this in a reverse grip. In order to do that, I'm twisting my hand, and I'm coming down with the 2 fingers, just like this. So when I pull it out, it's in a reverse grip. And then, of course, I can flick it down if I need to. And in a reverse grip, if you needed to for some reason, it's very easy to conceal. If you're just kind of like walking towards someone, you wouldn't think they have a knife, right? I mean, unless you're really paying attention. But of course, it's just palmed on the back of your arm. But it's blocking that view completely. Now, generally speaking, the more comfortable grip, your finger's going to be pointed up like this, and that's a little bit more awkward looking. Whatever position your hand is on one side, continue it on the other side so it just looks like a normal thing as you're walking, you know, that kind of a thing. But for the most part, you're not going to need to conceal your blade open like that unless you're on the offensive, which is not good. That means you're not a nice person. So anyway, generally speaking, I'll grab it like that, pull it up and out, and then I'll just do a little quick flip, or the fingers go behind it for the reverse grip. So I'll give you a quick demo of that. Or so anyway, that's what that's all about. Alright, so just want to make a note real quick, is that if you can see them next to each other, knife is here, wallet's here, it's just enough room. So when I go to get my wallet, it's not as easy of a transition to get it out, like to buy something. I got to give a little bit of a wiggle there. But it's not a huge deal. I don't find it to be a big problem. But of course, getting to the knife is pretty simple. And if I'm facing you and I need to pull the knife, it's relatively easy to get to. So anyway, that's the big old X2. Now I want to show you the on the side here what's going on with this. This is a Maxpedition. I forget what it's called. I'll be honest, I don't remember the name of it. I don't know. It's a belt key thing. Maxpedition. I don't remember. I've had this a really long time, like 2 years. 2 years ago or so, I did a review on this. So if you want to see what this thing is, search cutlerylover Maxpedition, and you'll see a review on it. Keeper. I think it's called the Keeper. Keeper. But anyway, it's Velcro. Just goes on your belt. It's really simple to use, and it's got a little hook on there. And on that hook, I keep a variety of tools. I don't always use these tools. They're just nice to have. Little Boker Keycom, which I love. Had this knife for a very long time. Plenty of use on this little guy. Did a review on that. I have the penny never spent to repair a Zippo, which is a cool little keychain. I have the little military style tweezers, which definitely come in handy. A lot more than you'd think. Little photon light, nothing special. Little Pico Ouija bar, the teeniest one. Lots of wear in this, lots and lots of use. An awesome little tool. I have my little rate whistle in case someone's touching me in my no-no place. I can give a little toot-toot. No, not that, anything but that. And then I have this little County-Com polished crab claw hook on this as well. So if I want to, I can hook this on something else. I can hook this onto my main keys. I mean, this used to ride on my keys like this with all these tools. But anyway, that's pretty much it with that. In the pocket. And as this kind of dangles, like I can put this anywhere on the belt, obviously. And it does slide around and transition easily. But generally speaking, if I keep it in the front here, it'll ride kind of in the pocket. You know, and it stays kind of contained and doesn't make a lot of noise. But deep down in the bottom of the pocket, I have a very familiar tool. My little AAA Preon. I love this light. It's a single AAA flashlight. It's been kicking forever. Lots of wear on this guy. I'm only on my second battery, but I've been using this like non-stop since I got it. You can see the anodization is coming off in a lot of places, but it really adds some character. It's one of my most used flashlights I've ever owned. Little low, medium, and high. Gets the job done most of the time. Now, in addition to that, I always have its little partner in crime, the Leatherman P4 Squirt, but that's been replaced with the Leatherman PS4 Squirt, which this one happens to be black, but the only difference really is this one has the scissors in it, which I found to be very helpful and handy. The only thing I was really missing, the other one. So, big thank you to Laura, my friend, who sent this to me as a nice little surprise. Thank you very much, Laura. That was very cool of you. And you guys know I already love the P4 squirt as it is. But now to have the little scissors, and of course to be black and go with the flashlight, pretty cool little pair. Now these do get banged up quite a bit, so there's already some wear on this. Also, just a quick little note is the colored versions here. The matte finish on this actually has a nice little texture and it adds grip, facilitates grip when you're using the tools on this. So I really like it a lot. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Just a EDC video. It's a secondary work EDC. So for anyone who likes those videos, why am I crouching down? That's so silly. I'm gonna adjust my camera and do what I want to get a steady shot. I don't have to. Crazy. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it as always, and we'll continue this video with another one when I do this cigar review. So this is, you can see like the transition, you know, sometimes I make a bunch of different videos all at the same time, and sometimes it takes a while to post them, but that's the deal. And I decided just to do a little EDC update because I just got home and I felt like doing it. No other reason, except for people asking me all the time. So I hope these gave you some tips and tricks on some things to do. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. Either way, I hope you were entertained, and I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.